Yo, over here, behind all this stuff, which is why I need your help. I've got so much stuff, a lot of stuff that I don't even know what to do with. Friends often call me up, send me pictures of things that they find or they're just getting rid of. But I often have to refuse these items, even though they're good items, because I just have no room. The other problem is that I never sell anything that I make. Someday I want to open up an alley pick store, but that's a story for another day. I'm looking for upcycling ideas for stuff that I just don't know what to do with anymore. I'll show you a bunch of items, and if you have a suggestion, put it in the comment section of this video. If I use your idea in an upcoming video, you're going to win a prize. It might be something like this, a digital laser tape measure. It might be something else. Who cares? It's free. Now, where do I begin? This is an old Zenith radio cabinet, minus the radio. Last year someone gave this to me. I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I decided to take it apart and keep what I think are the useful bits. There's some useful wood, leg spindles, some doors, hardware. Oh, when I was all done, I noticed this metal plate that the manufacturer put inside the drawer. Stout Smith high-grade cabinets. This was built at a time when companies were proud of what they built and put their name on it in metal. Last weekend, Woodrow and I went to an antique fair in Long Grove, Illinois. No, Woodrow, I was not trying to sell you. And if you keep it up, I just might start entertaining some offers. Anyway, there was about 25 to 30 vendors there, and only one guy had antiques that were worthwhile. We came home with nothing useful for a video, but then on the way home we stopped 2 blocks from the house at a garage sale where I found this antique clock. It's fascinating. Let me show you a few things that I've learned about it. Before I open the door and show you the interesting things inside, look what I found on the back. Written in pencil here it says, cleaned and punched 2 holes and changed cord, June 10th, 1898. Then in green here it says, cleaned by O'Neill, June 19th, 1903. Wow. Now I'll open the front. Here's the manufacturer's label. Manufactured and sold by George Brown, Bristol, Connecticut. Warranted good. With instructions for running and setting the clock. I gave the pendulum a swing and it started ticking for a minute, which is a good sign. It might just need a good cleaning. The picture on the glass here is that of a family mansion from General Knox from the Revolutionary War. More research on this to come. I thought about upcycling it, but now it's looking more like a careful, minimal restoration. I wanted to show you this clock because I knew some of you would appreciate it as much as I do. Now I'm going to go through a bunch of the small stuff I've got. This is a heavy-duty cast iron grate or large drain of some sort, not exactly sure. This is an antique molding plane. This was a specialized plane used for making complex shapes found in wooden moldings. I personally never used one before. This is a brass wall-mounted soap, toothbrush, and shaving supply holder. I'm not sure why I bought it, but if you can think of a better use for it, let me know. This is a copper gutter section I salvaged from my church. I've got a couple thoughts on what to make out of it, but it's still rattling around in my head. This is one of several wooden clamps I've had since the 1980s. I never use them anymore. They're not even practical. They just take too long to adjust. I have seen a couple of upcycling projects that people made using these, but nothing really excites me. These are nice painted glass panels I got when I disassembled a Chinese lantern that a friend gave me. I'm at a loss for what to do with them, so they just stay on a shelf for now. This is a gourd. I probably paid a couple of bucks for this about 10 years ago. I always thought that I'd use it for something someday, but that day has yet to come. This is a barometer. Under the cover here, it looks like a bulb full of mercury. That's a little dangerous. On the back of the lid, written in pencil, it says Noel 9. Not sure if that's the manufacturer, but there's a date here of 1963. That's the year I was born. Here's a metal wheel. I like the look of this. It might make for a good lamp base. Speaking of lamps, here's a common old lamp. I used one of these in a previous video when I used the gooseneck to make a block plane lamp. This is a little bouncy toddler rocking chair somebody gave me. It's been hanging in my garage for a couple of years. I love the look of this wooden frame. I think I'm gonna make a stained glass panel and put it in this frame, unless you've got a better idea. Here's an alley-picked find. Not sure what the original use was. I just appreciated the detailed carving work that went into the solid wood panels. This looks like it came out of a machine shop where it may have held different size cutting bits. Here's a stack of license plates from the 1930s through the 60s. I've made at least a half a dozen projects out of license plates over the years, but if you have any new creative ideas, let me know. This came off of an old sewing machine that held the drawers on the sides of the sewing machine. Here's old pop cans and a potato chip can. I was thinking about turning these into some sort of an end table. The pop cans could be used for the 4 legs. If you have any other suggestions, I'd be glad to hear them. I've done a lot with crates over the years, and I'm always looking for something else cool to use them for. This is a shoe shine box. I can imagine all of the shoes from all of the people that were placed on top of this and cleaned. A couple of old lamps that came off of Epworth Church in Chicago. I bought them because I really like these heavy-duty brackets. I'm gonna end here with this, whatever it is. It looks like something you'd put flowers on at a wedding or a funeral. For now, I just use it to store basketballs. If any of these items speaks to you, well, speak to me. Put it in the comments section of this video, and you might even win yourself some Alley Picked merch. I'm Tom. This is Alley Picked. Thanks for watching.